I have just watched the post-fight press conferences, and I am asking the question immediately, where is Tyson Fury's head at? Is he backtracking? Is he having a battle in his own mind about what he wants to do as far as rematching Alexander Usyk or going in a different direction, possibly retiring for real this time? Because after the fight, Tyson Fury said, without a shadow of a doubt in his mind, he said, I won the fight, and they gave it to Alexander Usyk because of what his country is going through. And he said, but I'm not going to take anything away from him. He's a good fighter, win the distance. I'm glad I got to share the ring with him, but we're going to run it back in October. He said that without, again, any question in his mind. But in the post-fight press conference, his attitude changed pretty much immediately. He then went on to say, well, I don't know what's going to happen. Alexander Usyk has a broken jaw at the moment. I'm just happy I got in the ring with him. I'm glad we went the distance. I'm glad we get to go home safely to our families. And, I'm glad we got paid. He said, we are both at the end of our careers, so I don't know what happens. His attitude changed immediately. He talked about not being a sore loser and not crying over spilled milk, but I'll get onto that in other videos about what we're going to hear from Team Fury after this result. So, what is it with Tyson Fury? Has he finally reached a point where he might actually talk about leaving boxing for good? Because every time he has retired in the past, it has been a joke. And like I said, I talked about how I'm going to make videos on all of the narratives surrounding Tyson Fury for the last few years, because there have been a lot. Drastic ones, contrasting ones, etc., etc. So yeah, more on that in other videos. But I actually wonder if Tyson Fury is serious here about not wanting to carry on in boxing or not wanting to rematch Alexander Usyk immediately. As far as retiring from boxing, who knows with Tyson Fury? But again, how can you go from saying, I won the fight, saying that you were robbed, saying that you want a rematch, to saying, I'm not sure what's going to happen. We'll wait and see. Why is that? Is it because Tyson Fury is trying to convince himself and his fans that he believed he won the fight, but in all honesty, he actually does feel beaten? Because, going back to that knockdown, and by the way, I'm going to break it down how the referee blatantly, and I didn't talk about this enough in my post-fight video because I was trying to get through every aspect of the fight in that video, but like I broke down the horrible calls Harvey Dock made in the Devin Haney-Ryan Garcia fight, I'm going to break down how the referee saved Tyson Fury from getting stopped in that 9th round, because it was blatant, if you ask me. And many fans are feeling that way, but more on that in other videos. I have never seen, and I talked about this in that post-fight video, Tyson Fury that hurt in a very long time. Aside from the knockdowns against Deontay Wilder, he has never been that badly hurt where, like I said, he was dropped, he was wobbled, and he didn't even have the awareness to grab onto his opponent to survive. He just, again, he looked like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, but he looked like he was actually going to fall over. So, and that was against a guy who was known for not punching, not being able to punch. I mean, Alexander Usyk doesn't have a string of knockouts. So, yeah, I'm questioning whether Tyson Fury is, to an extent, mentally broken, because nobody, aside from Wilder, has hurt him as badly as he was in that fight, in that particular round. And he has done so much talking over the years. He has ducked Usyk like no other for the last 2 years, to where he has delayed it this long. And him talking immediately after the fight about how Usyk had an unfair advantage because the establishment was going for him because of what's going on in his country, is such a massive joke, because Tyson Fury is the one the boxing establishment wanted to win. It was blatant. And the reason I didn't do more videos on that, or any videos on that, is because everybody else could already see it. And all the other bigger channels than mine were talking about it. So, what could I add to it that had not been talked about already? But, yeah, Tyson Fury looks like a guy who After all this talking he's been doing, after all of this Joker business he's been up to about retiring, not retiring, maybe he'll come back, etc., for the last few years, it looks like it may have actually caught up to him to where he's thinking, maybe I am not as good as I thought. Maybe he believed his own hype. Maybe he, again, is thinking, you know what, I can't beat this guy. Because Tyson Fury has got supreme confidence, always has, but has that weighed enough to where he is going to be questioning himself after this, to where he may not want to rematch Usyk. Maybe he doesn't want to rematch Usyk right now, but he's too proud and egotistical to admit it. Let me know what you guys think down below. There's a lot to talk about after this fight, so more videos coming. But yeah, one at a time. Let me know your thoughts down below, like the video and subscribe to the channel for more. Catch you later.